do you think COVID sectoral winners of 2020 will sort of dominate in the next 12 months or the coming years as well?
See, if we look at what happened in FY20, sorry, FY21, and the sectoral winners or the sectors which did really well, right? So the top performing sector in FY21 was, of course, metals and mining. That
Sure.
sector did very well. Thereafter, I would say that IT was another sector which did very well, and then autos did well, real estate did well, right? So these are the sectors which did very well. So as far as the momentum goes, I feel that the momentum for IT sector is still very, very strong. Yes,
Okay.
the valuations have moved up, the sector stock prices have gone up, but still the deal wins, everything look very, very strong for the sector. And then, of course, there is an underlying trend for more and more digitalization, right? So that's a long-term macro theme which is likely to sustain. So if you ask me whether IT will deliver the kind of returns that it delivered in FY21, maybe not. But whether it will deliver a decent amount of return in FY22, the answer to that is most probably yes. Right. So IT sector, I feel that still there is scope for absolute returns.
Yeah.
Metals, of course, is a very, very different kind of a play. There are global factors which influence. There is dollar index which influences the sector. However,
Sure.
as of now, what we are seeing is that the trends are very, very strong for earnings. Right. So,
Yeah.
so these are the two sectors which clearly stand out.
We had about 70% kind of growth in markets for FY21. So in February, March, when the COVID hit, we had a sharp correction and Nifty went down to as low as 7,500 levels. And then
Yeah.
from there, we had a humongous run. So that kind of run is obviously not expected in FY22. Uh, Coming to the numbers, I think most of the analysts right now, the consensus earnings for FY21 for Nifty companies is around 530 rupees per share. And for FY22, consensus earning is about 35% growth. So that will bring the Nifty earnings to up to 720 rupees per share. And
Mhm.
on top of that, we are expecting about 20% growth in FY23. So that will bring the aggregate earnings to about 860 rupees per share. So if
Right.
you discount those 860 rupees with the current prices, which is we are around 14,800 levels or so in Nifty. So we are already discounting FY23 earnings by about 19 times forward earnings. So
Right.
we are fairly valued that way, 19
Mhm.
times 2 years down the line. So it's a fairly rich valuation. But given the monetary policy, the loose monetary policy, and trillions of dollars of amount of money is trading at a zero yield or negative yield, I read somewhere in the morning that about $100 trillion are right now invested in your bonds, which are yielding less than 1% kind of yield. So with that kind of money sloshing around the system, I think
Mhm.
these higher valuations are likely to sustain, and we will trade near this level. So earnings growth, strong earning growth is more or less discounted, and in FY22 we will have about 10 to 12% kind of a growth in prices. I'm not expecting a huge growth from here.